Hi, how's it going? Dallas with THP Shreveport, and this is...
I'm Adrian Johnson, also THP Shreveport.
Adrian's our children's worship leader here in the Deep. And Adrian, why don't you tell them a little bit about yourself real quick?
Well, I'm actually from South Louisiana. I worked at a church there for roughly 5 years or so. I've been playing guitar for about 7, and I was assistant worship leader and guitarist, of course, for a band, and it was Sulphur. So I've had about 4-5 years experience in music.
Cool. Good deal. Well, the reason why Adrian's here with us today is several weeks ago, Sovereign Grace Ministries, which is a network of ministries, contacted me to review their children's worship music. Sorry, and so that's what we're going to do. I called Adrian up and had him borrow the CDs, and he listened to it for a while, and I listened to them. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a couple of YouTube uploads and just talk about each album individually. The first one we're doing right here is Awesome God. As you can see, it's not a bad looking CD. One cool aspect I liked about it, Adrian, was it comes with this little interchangeable cover, so you can actually change the cover out to one of these 4 little things here, which was pretty cool. Personally, I liked this one. One like space, it's kind of cool, and also just kind of fit to the tone of the CD. I thought. One aspect about it though I didn't like was you're looking at the album all together. Look at the cover and the case, and you see this at the store, and it doesn't come off as a children's album when you're looking at it. Kind of comes off as more of an adult kind of like for that soaking music kind of feel, where you just kind of turn on, you lean back, and you just kind of quote unquote rest in the Lord's presence. So I thought that was kind of not a good deal for their marketing wise. So what were your thoughts on the cover and stuff?
I really like the cover. Like you said, it doesn't really come across as a children's album, and
right.
I mean, if that's who they're wanting to reach, then probably should look a little more like a kid's album. But I mean, I personally like the album. I like this cover right here, but I mean, just coming off as a kid's album,
it doesn't really work right.
It doesn't really.
So, but yeah, they're cool.
But it's cool.
Yeah,
I like it.
Dig. So next thing we want to discuss is lyric base. For me personally, whenever I bring across the kids, lyrically it's just got to bring it. Whether it's with the worship music, whether it's even with the fun music we kind of play in the background. I like to play a lot of hip hop and rock music, and I'm big about lyrics, about what's the message it's sending, theologically if it's correct and everything. And so that's a hot button for me personally. So Adrian, why don't you give us your thoughts on the lyric base of the album?
I think for the most part, lyrics are they're pretty solid. It has a pretty worshipful, meaningful, kind of deep sometimes.
Yeah, real deep.
I mean, I guess that's kind of what you want for kids. I mean,
I
mean that's what we want anyway.
Yeah,
we want something,
that's our philosophy here.
We want something. We want to engage the kids and get them, thinking and actually worshiping and participating in the service.
Exactly.
So I thought overall it came out pretty well. Right,
definitely. It was kind of strange though, because like with kids, the album itself actually, it says here on the back, it's listed for ages 7 and up. And if you know me, I'm all for pushing kids to the limit. I believe here in America we've really undershot our kids, and we don't expect them to do well, so we don't give them much to do well with. But lyrically though, most of it was pretty good. But there were a couple songs where I was like, that's a larger word, and I'm just kind of curious on how they handled that in-house. For example, one song, Sovereign One, it's mostly very simple lyrics, but then it comes down to just the word sovereign, what that encompasses, and all that. Now, again, this is from Sovereign Grace Ministries, so I'm sure that their pastor there, I mean, he mentions sovereign every other sermon,
Like healing here.
Yeah, like healing. We're THP Shreveport, the healing. We talk about healing all the time. So I'm sure for the culture there, they understand that. But overall, for the stance, that was just kind of awkward I think for some groups to be able to handle. Of course, with any worship song, I feel we need to teach our kids through it, teach them what the words mean and how that impacts them. For example, this couple weekends ago, we introduced our kids to the song Oh man, what was it, Adrian? What did we introduce it to? It was Take Me In.
Take Me In? Yeah.
Take Me In. We used the Cutlass version.
Yeah.
And it was good. It was real good. But I instead of just going into it and hoping the kids got it,
Yeah.
I was actually talking about the temple and what it meant to go into the temple and the veil and the Holy of Holies and all that. And it was to lead into my whole Easter message, talking about the purpose of Christ dying, which was to rip the veil and to make it so that we could have a personal relationship with Christ, or with God rather. And so, but again, we had to explain to our kids what it meant, what each aspect of that song was.
Yeah.
And lyrically, most of the album's good, but like I said, there's a couple words here and there where it's just like, we're gonna have to break that down for the kids.
Yeah.
So that was good.
I mean that's okay. I mean, you can break it down. It's just if you can do without it and they can just get it, I mean, it just makes it that much better.
Absolutely, definitely.